Alright, hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Stephanie, and first off, for those of you that follow along with the channel, I do want to apologize that it has been so long since I put out a video. It has been an extremely intense and crazy couple of weeks. We've had a lot going on, from everything like this morning. I've got a duck with a prolapsed vent that we're trying to treat. I'm really hoping she's going to be okay. We did have that northeast storm come through. You guys heard about that on the news, which didn't last very long, but it was very intense when it did come through. And there are trees down everywhere. And if you guys know, we heat with wood and we try to collect as much wood as we possibly can throughout the year. So we've been doing that and building new gardens and structures and all kinds of fun stuff. Now I was thinking about doing a whole walk around like I've done before of all the plants around all the gardens, but I know that can kind of be long and a lot of talking, kind of like what I'm doing right now. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments below and I will absolutely make one of those videos. But otherwise, I figured I'd kind of do this in sections, and today I would talk to you guys about how our brassicas are going because I was actually out here working with them today. Behind me here we have broccoli, which I'm going to talk about. All right, so here we have our broccoli. This is a calabrese broccoli that we started from seed. That is an heirloom variety. You may have seen me working on that over this end of winter and early spring indoors. Everything is looking very, very well. This is the new garden patch that we recently brought all of that leaf compost in, and we actually dug this up over the beginning of spring. Now everyone's looking really good, really good, really good until bam. We have been losing one broccoli here and then another one and then another one. They're all wilting over first and then dying off. And I've also got a section over on the other side that's doing the same thing, but not quite as badly. My concern with this is that I think it might be ants, which I know are usually beneficial, but every single one that's died, I can push down the soil all around the roots themselves. There's a ton of airspace in there, and I think it's just literally killing the roots off, and there are tons and tons of ants on our property this year. The little black guys, and I think that they might be going after the nectar of the roots, or the sap, excuse me, from the roots of the broccoli, and are slowly just excavating, I can never say that word right, excavating all of the dirt around the plants, letting way too much air get to the roots and killing them off. I'll show you on the other side as well. This is our second patch over here of broccoli, which isn't as bad, but you can see we've got one wilting right over there, and in that back corner we lost one that I did pull up, and you can see there's a little bitty bit of root left. There's no hairs coming off of it, just one little mini tap root. So I'm a little concerned about these guys, that I'm going to lose one broccoli after another, and looking so good this year. And as you can see, we have these kind of makeshift fences up around because I am building a fence. You can see the posts that we have along the whole outside, but until that actually gets up, I want to protect these from the bunnies and all the little critters that want to come across the land and eat them. So my plan is I've got a couple babies left that are very teeny broccoli still in cells that I'm going to plant somewhere else to replace the ones that I've lost, and hopefully they'll do okay over there. I'm thinking in the mulch around the peas, I've got a little extra space, we can plant a couple. Now in this back section here, we have a snowball cauliflower that we started from seed, which is doing okay. Cauliflower is very finicky. I don't have a lot of experience with cauliflower either. We've got one that's wilting away, just like the broccoli's doing there, and another one here that went down. So I'm hoping maybe they come back. I've been coming in and pushing soil in around them. We'll see, but everybody else looks really healthy and doing well. So we're going to have fingers crossed and hope that this all provides. As you can see, the rain is bringing in the weeds, and we got to clear all that out. And underneath these two lines here, we have all of our dwarf blue collared kale, which need to be thinned. A lot of the seeds did come in. I planted 2 in each hole, and a lot of them had to come in. But they're looking quite nicely. I've got a couple places where it looks like some sort of caterpillar type creature ate a couple of the leaves, not on this one. But a lot of them are seeming to do okay. And we're right at the fence line over here that I have to be careful because there's some sort of, it looks like a poison sumac that grows on that fence that I had all over my face last year. And so I was actually out here earlier cutting down what's starting to grow up because I especially don't want them growing into my food. That would be terrible. But now let's take a walk over to the other big vegetable garden and I'll show you what's going on with our cabbages. Okay, and over here, guys, where the weeds are much, much worse, we've got tons of grass coming in I've got to get in here and work on. We have our cabbages, which I'm really happy with how they're looking this year and how fast they've grown. But we've got alternating red mammoth cabbage and an early Jersey Wakefield cabbage. Now, when I planted these guys, I didn't have any more leaf compost, but I did have a couple random bags of things like hummus and manure and just a random mix of stuff that I mixed into the soil. But I only had so much, and you'll see this is where, obviously, we put all that hummus manure, hummus manure, hummus manure, and then all of a sudden you get down to where we didn't have any of that, and we had one that withered away and died, and then we have these little teeny puny cabbages that have barely grown, so you can really see the difference over here that the hummus and manure makes. I just think it's kind of a good opportunity to, well, get to see what a couple bags of some nutrients can really do for your garden. I mean, my goodness, the difference there from those guys over there to these guys over here, and even the couple on the edge that got, you know, little scatters of the manure, but not all of it. Guys, so it is starting to rain out here, so I want to do this quickly. It's just a little sprinkle. It's actually kind of nice. But out here we are between two of our big trellises. These are our two beans. I've got a purple potted pole bean on my left, and I've got a French climbing bean on my right over here. We've got just enough space here that I could plant a couple broccoli plants that are spaced out enough where I could kind of step over them and work around them to get to everything else. This is where we're attempting for the first time this year, I've never done it before, but a deep mulch bed method. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to dig a bunch of this back, make myself some big circles, and plant the little teeny, I mean they are little babies. I'm hoping they do okay because obviously they haven't grown much. But I've got a couple little teeny broccoli here, and this is on the totally opposite side of the yard, so I'm hoping that if there is another bug over there besides the ants that's bothering them or something like that, then I have some over here as well. And hopefully everything else does okay, so let's get digging. Okay, so we ended up with 7 very small broccoli over here, which in the middle here the mulch is very deep right now because it is pulled back from the 2 trellises that are around it because the beans have not sprouted yet. But we'll see how those come in. Okay, so thanks for watching the quick update on the brassicas that we had today. We'll have more coming out soon. I've got a ton more stuff that needs to go in the ground, and a bunch of stuff that's already in the ground that needs maintaining and all that good stuff. So we will have videos coming out, guys. But thank you so much for joining us on this one, for checking in with us. We'll see you on the next one. I appreciate all of your support. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, and always think about subscribing. Otherwise, I love you all, and bye-bye.